Okay, again, we got 11 horsepower Honda engine. There's not a whole lot to it. It's a pretty simple to work. You've got, of course, the gas that you want to put. You want to make sure you check your gas. Open that up. Pull out the little strainer that makes sure the gas that's going in is clean. And that's got to wiggle a little bit so that the whole thing comes out. So you can check your gas, your fuel level in there. Put your strainer back in because we don't ever want to get any dirt or debris down in our gas tank. And it's just a quarter turn. Once those tabs drop in, quarter or half turn, we'll lock that in. Okay, you also want to check your oil. You want to do this on a level surface. Make sure if you open that up, make sure you can see oil right to the edge of the drip of the opening there. Okay, if it drips out, then it wasn't quite a level enough surface, but that's right where the oil should be, right to the top of that opening. So you want to make sure that there's oil in there. You never want to run that low or out of oil. All right, so we're back to the controls over here. Again, this doesn't have very complicated controls. You've just got a fuel shutoff switch, which is for safety for the engine and for the inside of the container, of course. So the fuel is shut off. You can see that. Pushing it this way goes toward fuel coming down, or it says on right there. In order to start it, you want to put the fuel to on. And then if it's been cold or if it hasn't been running for a while, this is your choke. You want to turn your choke on. Now the throttle, you can adjust it here, but it's on a spring, it won't stay. You have to adjust it back in the back. You want to throttle it up between halfway and full. You don't need to necessarily have it at full throttle, but you can bring it back just a little bit so it's letting some fuel to the engine. And then you're going to want to pull the pull cord to get it started. You can put a foot down by the wheel. You can hold on here to brace it. Now, when you start a gas engine like this, or a diesel engine even, you want to get to the compression stroke before you give it a yank. Right now I'm at the compression stroke. It's tight to pull. If I pop past that, you can see the next good length to pull. I'm going through all the extra strokes, including the exhaust stroke. So I've got, 2-3 feet of line pulled of the pull start cord pulled out there that is just wasted energy if I'm going to keep pulling it. Plus, I don't ever want to pull it all the way when I'm trying to start it so it bottoms out. So I'm at the end, there's a little knot on the end of that line, and if we keep pulling it all the way out, that knot will eventually snap the cord, and we'll have to take the whole thing apart to put the pull cord back together. So what you want to do is feel that, just pull gently. See, I popped right past the compression stroke, so I'll pull it all the way again, and then it stops in my fingers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get it to that point, and when my first pull, I'm going to have it go, I'm just going to pull real hard right when it's at that compression stroke, because that's the only time that the engine will start, the engine will fire, or it will do any work. Now again, before I give that a pull, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my throttle is in the middle, that I'm going to make sure my throttle is in the middle. I'm going to make sure that the kill switch is engaged and the clutch is engaged and locked in. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this and give it a yank. Starts right up. You can see the white smoke coming out. If the choke is on, we've got a cold engine. Put the choke down halfway. Choke's down halfway, and the engine starts to idle a little bit nicer. Before I go ahead and run it, I'm going to let it warm up for just a minute. I'm going to turn the choke down all the way. Now the machine's on, and it's ready to go.